things done. And especially when you don't feel like it, because there are a lot of times that you want to get things done, you want to do certain things, whichever that might be, but you just probably don't feel like it. But today we're going to talk about how to get things done, especially when you don't feel like it. More about how coaching helps with intrinsic, or more importantly, how coaching helps with extrinsic motivation to get things done. And this is what we're talking about today. So like and follow, and you can find the coaching session if you want to get coaching to help you achieve your goals or to actually be able to get things done. Then coaching can help you to achieve, because there's so many things that you probably have, so many goals that you probably have that you've been wanting to get done, that you've been working on, but for some reason you haven't been able to accomplish them. You don't address them anymore, or instead of become a goal, it becomes a wish, something that you wish sometime in the future that you'll be able to do, but that time in the future might never come, and you don't know when is it gonna come. It's just really different. So coaching is highly effective in harnessing and optimizing intrinsic motivation to get things done. But again, first thing first, do you guys know, I need to explain because not everybody know what intrinsic motivations are. So I'm gonna take a look at it first to explain, so you can understand what are intrinsic motivations. So the drive to perform an action or for external reward, or to avoid punishment rather than just internal satisfaction. So this is what it is. Rather than internal satisfaction, that there could be, something that is external, a drive that is outside of you, that's helping you to get something done. It could be because of your grades, it can be because of a car, your house, or whatever that might be, something outside of you. So that's extrinsic. So primarily by making it more strategic, personalized and sustainable, the bottom line is it moves you beyond the simple act of carrot and stick approach. And let me help you identify how coaching may help you to move from basic to more transformative effects. So basically, when it comes to coaching, it helps you to clarify and own the extrinsic reward punishment system. So you'll be able to identify what motivates you, and coaching will help you explicitly to identify what your external motivators are. Because one thing is for sure, sometimes you can have a personal goal that you want to accomplish, but you don't know what is actually the driving force, the motivational force that is behind it. So when it comes to, it could be because of a bonus, it can be because of a promotion or your future goal, or avoiding a poor review, or a deadline for a client, or social recognition, or whatever that it might be for you, that's actually driving you and that makes you want to accomplish this goal. A coach can help you to reframe your mindset. Instead of feeling controlled by internal factors, it could be that you're not in the mood for it. It could be that you're feeling lazy. It could be that you're feeling tired, whatever that's holding you back. Coaching helps you to reframe them, rearrange them. So coaching help you to rearrange them and to be able to use them as a tool to choose for your betterment. So now you'll be able to break down the things into actionable steps, because one thing is for sure, life is not built all together. There are life and every goal that we have, every actions that we want to accomplish, it takes one step at a time. How are you doing, the Willie? So extrinsic motivators often points to large daunting outcomes. So it can be an example, some outcomes that you want to have to manifest in your life. It could be to complete an annual report, to pass a class, to get fit, or to become mentally, emotionally stable, or to win a contract, whichever that might be. Sometimes procrastination or paralysis can undermine such motivation. Good, alhamdulillah. I'm doing good myself. I'm doing good. Though really, guys, let's like up. What's up, Damiano? So, however, a coach work with you to break the large goals into small, manageable, and less intimidating tasks. Because sometimes you're gonna have goals that are so grand, so big, and that's not a bad thing to have big goals or to dream big, but sometimes you might not even see what is the path to achieving these goals. Through having a coach that can help you to actually be able to understand what are the paths, what are the necessary steps that you need to take to achieve such goal. So through coaching, you'll create a direct line of sight between the small daily action, which make the external motivator feel more immediately accessible. So the external motivator could be, again, all of us have a goal. We have an external motivator, something that is outside of us, that's giving us some form of motivation to go after the goal that we want. And again, all of us have a goal in our lives that we want to achieve. The difference is sometimes we want to do it, most times we want to do it alone, but sometimes the best thing to do if you don't want to do it alone is to have a coach that can help you to achieve your goal, to be a coach, help you again to build an accountability system. What is your that's not the question, right? A coach help you to build an accountability system. I don't know what that is, to be honest. This is the most direct tools coaching use with extrinsic motivation. So coaching become a positive external accountability partner. Accountability is very important because sometimes you might feel that, okay, you lack motivation and you lack the ability to push yourself, but with coaching helps you to be more accountable. So this is the most direct tools coaching use with intrinsic motivation. um can you define what you mean by that? Coaching becomes a positive external accountability partner. So you'll become more committed when you have a coach. When you commit to a task or even to a milestone in a coaching session, you are making a promise to someone you respect. That has to be you and yourself. So akiga is from Japanese, is your reason to get out of bed in the morning. Okay, my reason to get out of bed in the morning is just my goals. That's my reason to get out of bed in the morning. That's my goals. And I'm like, sheesh. I have this. I don't even know how much time do I have left remaining on this earth. But for as much as I have, for for me, for as much time that I have on this earth, I'm gonna make sure that I use every bit of it, every bit of it to do something that I want to do and to help people, to help other people. So that's what helped me get out of bed in the morning. So the moment that I'm awake, I'm already working from the moment that I'm awake, because that's giving me an internal drive. Akigai. Okay, my internal Loki. So it's like for some people it might not be the case. Some people, they probably, they struggle to get out of bed. For me, the moment I open my eyes, I'm like, let's get it. Let's get started. It's an awesome feeling because it's very energizing. It's like very much also like let's keep it going. So it's yeah, it helps me a lot because some days when I don't feel like it, some days when I'm extra tired, but still I'm able to, awake from the moment that my eyes are open, I'm starting to focus on my goals, to do the things that I want to do. What about you though, Willie? What is your what did you say? Akigai. What is your akigai? So akigai means, guys, in Japanese, is your reason to get out of bed in the morning. Okay, I learned something new today. Akigai. By the way, though, Willie, this weekend I watched a Japanese movie. What a Small World, and it was awesome. It was a nice comedy movie. I think the name was what was the name? Rental Family, I think. But it was actually actually awesome movie. And one thing is for sure is that coaching helps you to follow up when it comes to the knowledge that you'll be reporting. When you have a coach, you'll be able to report your progress and and the next session, which creates a powerful, healthy form of external pressure. Because some people tend to view pressure as it's a bad thing. But we do know one thing for sure is that diamonds are made out of pressure or from pressure. And in life, there will always be some form of pressure. It could be the pressure of the deadlines that you have to meet, or it could be whichever pressure. But coaching gives you the helpful types of pressure, the pressure that you need in order to actually to go through the milestone that you need to go through to achieve your goal. So this is more important to view it as a external check-in, which is the coaching session is a structure that motivates to complete tasks beyond the session. Because one thing I've realized is that when I'm coaching my clients, a lot of the time they can start with no motivation or no commitment, but after a while they've become more movement with checklist. With checklist, what do you mean? After a while they build a momentum into becoming more effective at completing the goals that they want to accomplish. Sometimes what I've realized, sometimes it could have been some goals that they could have accomplished in 2 days. They could spend the entire week. So let's say the entire week could be summed up into 2 days, meaning the things that they have spread out throughout the week, they could have done it in 2 days. And sometimes, and I'm not like saying you should have done it in 2 days, but sometimes it's just like, okay, they just show me they have done everything that they planned out to do in a matter of 2 days, and sometimes in a matter of one day. And I'm like, okay, well, you could have done it. So which means it's a good thing. They become more efficient at doing things. Checklists are small goals you have to accomplish every day. Yes, checklist. With checklist. Oh, you put a question marks in the end. So that's why I was like, okay, are you asking me a question or are you making a statement? Okay, checklists are necessary. Yes, checklists are necessary to have when you want to accomplish your goal, because okay, this is exactly what I want to do for that day. And but checklists can also be, somewhat overwhelming for some people. It's about knowing how to use your checklist as well, because sometimes some people can put so many things in the checklist and then they become overwhelmed, and then they're not really able to accomplish probably not even one situation from that checklist. And the other thing is you'll reduce the downside of pure extrinsic value and extrinsic motivation, because again, extrinsic motivation is useful, but it's useful to a certain point, because research shows solely reliant on extrinsic motivators can reduce intrinsic motivation, creativity, and lead to burnout. So basically, if you're only expecting or only relying on intrinsic motivation, so motivation to, motivation from within you, or your creativity, or or just external motivation, that can lead a lot of the time to burnout. But coaching counter this. When you have coaching, it helps you to counter this so you can achieve the things that you have been wanting to do, that you have been putting aside for such a long time. It helps you to find intrinsic links to your goals. So coaching helps you to explore what part of this project, even if small, could be interesting or aligned with your inner value. Because a lot of the time, some people are doing things, but they are not really connecting them to their inner values. And because what this does is that it helps you to build an internalized motivation alongside the external one, because there's external ways to motivate yourself, such as you probably want to be recognized that you've done something from the outside world. But sometimes that doesn't, the recognition that you are getting is not really resonating with your heart. It's like it gives you a certain form of motivation, but it's not lasting motivation. So, but how you can overcome this is, you know, to build an internalized motivation alongside the external one. Because one thing is for sure, coaching helps you to focus on mastery. And mastery is something that all of us should try to focus on, because it's like growing over time. Coaching help you to shift from focus from just the outcome, because sometimes we are focusing ourselves more on the reward, to the process, and but instead we want to focus to the process and to the learning of the skills that we are going through, because this add a layer of satisfaction independent of the external reward. So it gives you a moment of, it's about the journey. Exactly, it's about the journey. Sometimes some people just don't focus about the journey or forget about the journey. They only focusing, or they don't take time to actually enjoy the journey, but they only focusing on the end goal. But coaching help you to actually enjoy the internal process of the journey. So you'll finally be creating structure and routine in your life. A lot of us don't have structure and routine in our lives. So this is the thing. This is the reason why we are not succeeding, or we are not accomplishing the things that we hope to accomplish in our lives. Extrinsic motivation provides the why, but often the why can be the reward, but often not the how, which coaching provides you with the how to actually get things done, how to do things from when you don't feel like it. Are you teaching how you can live in the moment? No, I'm teaching how to get, it's multifaceted. It has different, it's not only that, but it's multifaceted. I'm teaching how to get things done. So if you can see, if you look, when you look up, how to get things done, especially when you don't feel like it. And more importantly, why having a coach is going to help you to get things done. So you will build, you just do it. Yeah, of course. Though really, I understand. You just do it. That's your mindset, which is that, let me ask you this. I asked you earlier, no matter the feeling. Yeah, no matter the feeling, you just do it. I understand. But I asked you already, you asked me a question, what is my akigai? And I asked you what is your akigai, but you haven't been able to say it. So is that just do it is your motto, like Nike? Okay, you'll build ritual and planning. So coaching helps you to design daily, weekly rituals. So it can be morning ritual or afternoon ritual that encourage productivity. I answered it. Oh, I didn't see your answer. Sticking to this structure become a form of self accountability, powered initially by the desire to attain the external goal. So it is coaching helps you to manage emotion and cognitive blocks. A lot of the time, our emotions can be very much, unbalanced, or basically our emotion is not the way that we want it to be. It's not helping us to achieve or to be the type of person that you want to be. So sometimes that could be a situation, or you can get to a mental block, meaning you don't know what else to do in order to get the things that you want to get or to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. But the thing is, often the barriers isn't a lack of motivation, but a fear of failure or perfection, or just very much you just feeling overwhelmed. Sometimes when you're feeling overwhelmed, it could be, these emotions or cognitive blocks can stop you from actually going further. So which, these blocks also diminishes your motivation and force force you not to see the external reward or the reason why you are actually wanting to do this. And through cognitive reframing, a coach helps challenge unhelpful thoughts that you probably have, so unhelpful thoughts that are holding you back. So which can paralyze your action. So it could be, for example, you can be like, this has to be perfect, or I'll look bad, because this can be a mental block that you create for yourself by telling yourself this has to be perfect or I'll look bad. But sometimes it's not about perfection, it's about just doing it, just like you just said that, really. Coaching help you to reframe from that mindset. Coaching give you emotional support as well, because some people they probably just want the emotional support that they are not getting from whichever people, from whichever direction. They're just not getting the emotional support, but coaching help you to get the more emotional support that you need, because and because coaching provides a non-judgmental space to vent frustration and the external pressure of your life. Because there's a lot of times, you know it's not as easy sometimes to share even your frustration with your spouse, with the person, with your partner, or even with your family. But with coaching, you can get you are able to share your expression. You are able to share to share your emotional heaviness, or to vent your frustration about external pressures in your life, and not be how you call it, and not be judged. So doing this reduce your unhelpful emotion, change change from freeing up your mental energy up, because your mental energy, when you are emotionally heavy or frustrated, your mental energy can be focusing so much on that frustration, so much on that mental heaviness, that you are unable to free up your energy, free up your mind to focus on the things that you actually want to accomplish. And this is not good, because your energy is being sucked out from on unimportant situation, while you should be put on situation or goals that you really want to accomplish, because it's all about energy management as well. So coaching facilitate internalization, and this is the advanced long-term benefit of coaching, because coaching is not, some people can look at it as it depends, because if you are, as an athlete for example, it depends where you are in your life. Sometimes some people can use coaching as a long life process, but sometimes coaching can be just a certain period of your life that you'll be using it. And so the advanced part of coaching is to be able to internalize these processes, that as a coach, that you will be learning to internalize, to make them become an automatic into your life. And and also not just internalize just the tools, but more importantly the behaviors that are going to be helpful for you. Because from what I have to it could be from what I have to do, it could be that you internalize from what you have to do. This It could be you're just trying to do certain things for a bonus at your job. You just want to do your job just for the bonus. And it could be that you just want to be performing, you just want to excel at what you're doing. But sometimes that's not enough. So you'll experience an identity shift when you are in coaching, because this is, coaching internalize facilitate internalization of what we talk about. So you'll experience an identity shift. The behavior become part of your self concept, and reducing the need for external carrot in the future, because the carrot is like something that it could be what the external validation that you're getting from achieving your goal. It could be the money, it could be the status, it could be the grades, it could be whatever it might be. But yeah, in the future, it's more of a mental shift. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. So coaching facilitate this by highlighting patterns of success and reinforce this new identity as well. It's more of an identity shift, because if you're unable to get things done, if you're unable to achieve the goals that you want to achieve, it is an issue. Because again, you would want to be able to achieve the goals that you want to achieve, right? So now coaching is going to help you to move further than that. And it's because it's going to turn this into an identity shift. In a nutshell, with a coach, when the path from task to reward is vague and overwhelming, this path is broken down into clear, accountable steps. From what if you are Cassie? Some people can translate accountability as negative. Sometimes it's just because of fear. That's why they are doing this. It could be fear. It could just basically they are not ready to make the shift. It could be for a lot of reasons. What if you are chasing the wrong goals? What do you mean? Okay. Chasing the wrong goals. What do you mean by that? If if you are chasing the wrong goals, I'm not the one to determine what's the wrong goal for you. What do you mean by wrong goals? Give me an example. So, not aligned with your soul. How would you know what is aligned with your soul? Do you know what is aligned with your soul? Give me an example. You still speaking vague. Do you feel that everybody know what is aligned with their soul? Yeah, don't be speaking vague though, really. Be direct. You chasing goal that is not aligned with your soul. No, no what? How would you know if you're not say okay? So let's break that down. Let's do a mental exercise. Let's break that down. Chasing the wrong goal. So the goal is not aligned with your soul. So if you what is close to you as a person? Oh wow, that's a that's a weird question. Um so let's break that down. What if you are chasing the wrong goals and it's not aligned with your soul? First thing first. Um Not aligned with your soul. I think that is overthinking stuff, but you can even try to put it okay. Let's focus on if it's not aligned with your soul. How are you gonna know if you are chasing the wrong goal if it's not aligned with your soul? If you are not chasing goals in the first place, it's not something that you're gonna automatically just somebody's gonna tell you, hey, this goal that you are chasing is not aligned with your soul. It doesn't work like that. I am struggling with gaining weight no matter how much calories I eat. If you don't know yourself, you're chasing the wrong goal. Okay. Um, if you don't know yourself, you're chasing the wrong goal. Okay, hi. So you're struggling. Let me see. You are a real person. Behind the amazing. Yeah, I struggle with gaining weight no matter how much calories I eat. Okay. See, I don't think that's literally like seriously, you're struggling with gaining weight no matter what. Okay, give me some background to be honest at this point. No matter how much calories, that's very vague again. I struggle to gain weight no matter how much calories that you eat. How much calories do you eat? Like seriously, how much calories do you eat? Do you know how much calories you eat? If you don't know yourself, you're chasing the wrong goal. So, okay, let's work it back. How does someone get to know themselves then? That's a how does someone that get to know themselves though, really? What's up? So some people can translate accountability again as negativity. Probably they're just maybe not ready to be accountable, or probably they're just afraid, or probably they are not so serious. But probably accountability is a positive and structured situation. Protein don't help me either. Nah, you're a troll at this point. You're a troll. More like a coaching partnership, because by through coaching you'll be able to get accountability, and accountability is more of a partnership of or more of a team. When you play in a team, you have to be also accountable to the people that are around you, so or the people that are in your team, and they might call out your mistakes or might call out you not stepping up for the team. That's holding you accountable. um it's a progress. First you got to be alone and have peace with it. Okay. um okay, so again, coaching aim to balance extrinsic drive with intrinsic links which lead to mastery. Again, we talk about this as working on your mastery. Mastery is a path that we all should take to better ourselves over time. It's just like, doing it over and over again until you master it. That's what mastery is about. And when it comes to what you say, the really that's how you get to know yourself as well, through practicing what you are, to practicing your craft over time. And that's how you truly get to know your soul, what you are capable of and what you are made of. Let me see. You can do it alone or in a group. Okay, so and finally, you'll internalize productivity, productive behavior for the long term. And this makes getting things done more effective, less stressful, and ultimately more self directed. And this is the most important thing, more self directed. And things are becoming more less stressful and ultimately more self directed, meaning that you are the one taking charge of your own life, taking charge of your own goal to make sure that you accomplish it. So become more independent in your own self. Um, booze. What does that mean? Oh. Let me see.